Yo, welcome to the first episode of Late Night with Puff. Today's guest is one of my buddies that I met in the streaming world. My boy, Majin Ed Boy.
What's up, Puff?
Yo,
How's it
what's
going?
up, Majin? How you doing, bro?
I'm pretty good, just chilling.
How's the weather?
It's really cold right now.
Pretty cold. How
We're
cold
supposed
is
to
it?
get, I'm not really sure, but we're supposed to be getting about 2 feet of snow here next week.
Oh, really? So, where are you from, bro?
I'm from South Dakota.
South Dakota.
Yep,
What's the
super
closest
cold here.
city that you live?
Closest city, probably Rapid City.
Rapid City.
Yeah.
So, Majin, tell us your first name. What's your real name?
My, my name is Zach.
Zach, how old are you?
I'm 27 years old.
You're 27 years old. So, how would you say the life in South Dakota is?
Uh, it's alright. During the summer, there's lots of camping and
Camping.
whatever else you can do out in the warm weather, but in the winter, it's just a lot of sitting at home and trying to stay warm.
Okay, okay. That's pretty outdoorish, I would say. So,
Yeah.
what can we know about Zach?
Uh, well, I guess I have 5 siblings altogether.
Okay,
Um, I live at home with my mom,
Bob.
and I've been a gamer pretty much my whole life.
So, you've been a gamer all your life. So, you say about what age did you start playing video games?
Mm, Probably since I was like 7 or 8.
7 or 8.
Hmm.
So, I know, Majin, you're also a disabled gamer like I am. So, for the people
Yep.
that don't know, what is your condition?
I have muscle like a muscular degenerative disease called spinal muscular atrophy. So
So,
basically, my muscles will deteriorate over time, and they deteriorate faster the more I don't use them.
so your muscles, you would say they're pretty weak.
Yeah, yeah, they are.
So, obviously, you were diagnosed when you were born, correct?
Nope, I was 2 years old.
Or 2 years old. And would you say, having that disease, like, what does it affect you in your daily basis?
Oh, it affects everything.
Everything.
It affects the way I eat, the way I talk, um, the way I play video games. I'm not able to get dressed on my own. I'm not able to
So,
get
you
in
would
and out of my
say,
chair.
uh,
Everything.
you need help with pretty much everything, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, so you said, does it affect you? Well, when you were smaller, I mean, when you were a child, were you stronger? You would
Yeah,
say.
quite a bit stronger, yeah.
So you didn't have any issues playing video games when you were little, correct?
Nope,
Nope.
it was all fairly easy.
So question would be that I'm sure people would ask you, were you able to walk when you were little?
I was able to walk along furniture, and then I went back to crawling, and that's when my mom took me in to see what was wrong, and that's when I got diagnosed with
That's when
SMA.
you were diagnosed. And
Yep.
you said at 2 years old, right?
What was that?
You said at 2 years old, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, so whenever you were diagnosed, did they tell you that you were, because me, when I have muscular dystrophy, obviously when you're diagnosed, the doctors tell you, oh well, your son is gonna only live to 10 years old. Did they ever tell you or tell your mother that living with your niece that maybe you weren't gonna live a long life?
Oh yeah, they did. I think total of 3 times. First, they said I wasn't gonna live to see the age of 4, and then they said 6, and then they said 8, and then they just gave up because they don't know. The eyes keep kicking.
So were you put in a wheelchair at that age or no?
I think I was 4.
Oh, you were 4?
Mm-hmm.
All right, sorry about that. I have to do the suction. So at 4 years old, you were in a wheelchair.
I'm pretty sure I was 4. Yeah,
Okay.
long time.
So,
I'm a pro at it now.
oh yeah, you're a pro at it.
Oh yeah.
Chat, do you think he's a pro at it? I think you know what, chat or viewers. I think me and Majid we're gonna have a race. I don't know
When?
when. I don't know when, guys, but we're gonna be a race, and I'm probably gonna beat Majid.
Oh no,
I don't know,
not a
Majid.
chance.
How fast is your wheelchair?
This wheelchair goes 8.
8. Oh no, yeah. You'll probably beat me, guys. All right. So back to what we were talking about. So you were in a wheelchair about since you were 4 years old.
Yep.
Okay, and were you able to go to school?
Yep. I went to school until I think my last year was I think ninth grade, and then I dropped out.
So you weren't able to graduate?
No, but I got my GED right away.
Okay, and from I guess since pre-K all the way to ninth grade, how was your life in school? Or did you have any struggles? Or everything went pretty good for you?
I mean, for the most part, it went alright. I didn't fit in with like the super popular kids or nothing, but I had my own little circle, and I was friends with some of the scariest people in the school, so no one messed with me at all.
So you
So
weren't
it's
bullied
pretty
as a
alright.
kid?
Oh no.
Well, that's very good. That's really good because nowadays kids get bullied and not really a good situation, and sadly some kids can be very hard in other kids. So, I'm great that I mean it feels great that, you didn't really struggle at school and and well maybe you didn't graduate but you got your GED, so that's still pretty successful to me. And
Yeah.
I know, well, for me as a fact, school wasn't very. The school, I was bullied. I guess you could say that. But I was very strong person, and I didn't really let it get to me. But it is sad to see, now we live in 2022, and kids can be really cruel to other disabled people, and it's not right, but what can we do? That's
Yeah.
sad, but it's
It
something that's
makes
happening.
it makes you who you are though, in the grand
Yeah,
scheme of things.
it sure does,
Builds
bro.
character.
Makes you stronger.
Yeah.
So, anything else that you might remember? Any good stories when you were a kid?
Um, that's what I can think of. I mean, I've had yeah, no, I don't think no stories, I don't think.
No stories. Well, I guess maybe you just haven't think about one just yet. Maybe later on in the video you'll think about good story
I
to
can try and
say.
think of something.
You could try to think about something. All right, so back to your disease. Would you say besides muscle problems, what other big issue would you say having your disease? Like, what does it do to you? Like something that you haven't mentioned that people should be
Uh,
aware of.
I guess my speech is a big thing.
Your
If I
speech.
talk for too long, it starts to get harder and harder to understand me. So sometimes when I'm streaming, it gets to the point where I don't think people are able to understand me, but I just kind of go with it.
And would you say your speech or your voice affects you in your daily basis?
Uh, when I'm streaming, yeah, but not not when I'm not streaming. It's alright. Unless I have to make a phone call, then they don't really understand me very well.
Have
But
anybody ever, you know, told you anything about your voice?
oh yeah, I've gotten shit for it. I've gotten just regular questions, which are fine, but yeah, I've had people talk shit about it, but oh well.
Yeah, it's because like I said, many people don't understand the situation, and sometimes people like to judge other people without even knowing what's going on in their lives. So sometimes you gotta be careful on what you say, because you don't know what the other person is going through, and that's just how that's just how it is.
Oh yeah,
So,
definitely.
well, I'm glad that you stay positive, even though people have told you stuff about that, and despite having your disability, you are really, honestly, you're a really great friend, and I really appreciate you being, I appreciate
Oh
you
yeah, man.
being in my first episode, and I really do also appreciate being my friend.
Oh
That's
yeah,
the
man.
most thing that I really enjoy, and in the streaming world, you meet a lot of people, a
Oh
lot
yeah.
of great people. Sorry about that, guys. We had to take a quick break. So, as I was saying, sometimes in the streaming world, you meet people and you become great friends with other streamers.
Oh yeah. I've met lots of great people and made lots of friends. And like you and Cam are two awesome people I've met, and you guys keep me motivated and trying to just keep going.
Yes, sir. That's true, bro. Yeah, it's and it feels really good. Since I would say with gamer, like it feels so awesome to find other disabled gamers streaming. So that's something that us people that are disabled, it means a lot to us because there's other disabled people out there that love to watch us because we're disabled gamers, and in a way all disabled gamers understand each other in a way because some of us go through the same things in life. It's similar. Some things are similar that we can all we all feel like, I would say, in a way, I guess what I'm trying to say, we just really understand each other. That
Yeah,
there's
we
not,
relate.
yeah, we relate. All right, Majid or Zach. So, having your disease, would you say that, were you ever, just, you woke up, or whenever you're asleep, dreaming, or before you go to bed, were you, did you ever think about, why did I have to be born this way? Did that ever, went through your head at one point?
Yeah, it has, but I've come to realize that if I wasn't how I am, I would be a completely different person. I don't know if I would be. I mean, who knows what can happen? I could be on. I could be a drug addict. I could be I could be homeless. I could
Yeah.
just not have anybody in my life that cares about me. So things happen for a reason.
So I guess, you're kind of thinking the way I am because, I always say that myself, if I wasn't in a wheelchair or born with this, like, I wonder what would I be alive? Would I be a streamer? Would I be this nice? You just never know.
Mhm.
Just, something that you have to live with. You're you're born with it. Maybe there's times that you struggle. You can't always be happy. And that's one thing about being disabled. Either what what you could have been if you weren't in a wheelchair or having a disease. We may never know. But we are living the present. We're a disability, and we're trying our best to do what we do and just keep on living. We have to keep
Yeah,
on living.
you just gotta make the best out of things and try and stay positive. Don't let
Yes,
little
sir.
things bother you.
No, because if you let things bother you, or let's say you're not happy, it's gonna be really hard. So you gotta stay positive, and you gotta keep on pushing day by day.
Oh yeah.
Sorry guys, we had to take another break. We're gonna be taking a lot of breaks in this video because me and Majin, well, I need to get suction a lot, and Majin gets tired of talking, so there's gonna be a few breaks, and it's my first time doing this, so it ain't gonna be perfect, guys. But I hope you still enjoyed. All right,
Yeah.
so Majin, how I told you if you had a story to tell us, that maybe later in the video you could tell us a story. So, do you have a story for us yet?
Yeah, I got one. I so when I was in, it's a story about how I met my best friend, and he's
Okay.
been my best friend for probably almost 20 years now.
Oh, 20 years.
No, uh, probably like 15 to 18, I'd say,
Close
years,
to
I'd say.
20, yeah.
Close, yeah. And so when I was little, instead of going out for recess, because
Okay.
in South Dakota it's super cold and I get sick easily, so I don't really go outside when it's super cold. So the school would buy like a bunch of toys and like Lego sets and
Yeah.
Hot Wheels and stuff. And I would just stay inside and I would ask someone to stay in for recess with me. Well, one day I asked my friend Chris for the first time. I never talked to him
Yeah.
before that, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll stay in for recess." And ever since then, we've been best friends, and he's my roommate now, and it's pretty awesome.
So you would say it's your best friend forever? Your
Oh yeah,
BFF?
oh yeah, for sure.
Guys, I think I'm jealous. I would have loved to be watching right now and when we were little, because could have relate and we could have had a lot of races together. Could have been playing games since we were what 7? You said.
Yeah, I've been
So
kicking your butt in
yeah,
video games our whole lives.
yeah, you probably would kick my ass. So imagine. I know you're not into sports. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Not really.
you probably so you would say that when you were maybe a teenager, what was like, I guess since you were into sports, I'm sure you were into lucky ladies. Any lucky ladies when you were young in middle school?
Not really. No,
Not really.
I'm
You
more
were
stuck to myself.
more
I
stuck to
was
yourself.
more of a I was more of a nerd, so I played games, watched anime. I was a big Dragon Ball fan, as you can tell. Still am.
Oh yeah, for sure. I can tell that. I mean, who doesn't like Dragon Ball Z? It's like
I don't know.
whenever you're at that age, like I don't want a girlfriend. I want to watch anime.
Oh yeah,
It's like
lots of animes.
I like animation. So you would say when you were in school, you were but the silent kid.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, very
yep,
quiet.
yep. Quiet, stuck to myself. Hung out with my little group of friends.
Your group of friends with Chris,
Yep,
I assume.
yep. A few others. Yeah.
So imagine at what? How can I say this? At what age did you decide that you wanted to be a streamer?
At what age? I don't know. I was probably 16.
16.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I got a pretty expensive Alienware laptop, but I didn't really
Wait.
know.
Before you begin on that, would you say you were more of a console player back then than a PC player now?
Uh,
Or did you always choose PC over console?
no, I was console, and then I recently switched to PC.
You switched to PC.
Hmm.
Okay, so you're saying that you got an alien laptop at 16 years old?
Yeah, I got a Alienware laptop that I was gonna start making YouTube videos with,
Yeah.
but I didn't really know all that much about it, so the specs weren't really all that great for creation, and then also I just didn't know how to do it all, so I finally got into it uh, about a year ago.
So from 2016, you were just playing video games without being able to stream.
Hmm.
All right,
I
so now,
dabbled in it a little bit, but
Okay.
nothing too crazy.
So now that we're talking about video games, what has been your all-time favorite video game? Or your favorite video games?
All time,
Yes.
so I grew up with
Well, let me
um
rephrase that. What was your first console?
my first console was I think it was a PlayStation 1.
PlayStation 1?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that. PlayStation 1. So, what was your favorite game for that with that of that PlayStation?
Uh Probably Crash Bandicoot.
Okay. So then for the PlayStation 1, what was your next console?
PlayStation 2.
PlayStation 2 and then
PlayStation 3. And then a PlayStation 4.
for the PS4 you switched to
I had a
PC
PS5 for a little bit.
or PS5, okay.
And then I sold the PS5 and got a PC.
Okay. So you wouldn't go back to console?
No, never.
Alright, so what was your favorite game?
My favorite game, uh, probably either Red Dead Redemption 2,
Oh, really good
Destiny,
one. Oh yeah.
yeah, Destiny, or like COD, of course. And then I grew up playing all of the Dragon Ball games.
All the Dragon Ball games.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly didn't even know there was Dragon Ball Z games until I started playing on PC. I mean, I did have a PS3, but I didn't really know Dragon Ball Z games existed. Even though
Really,
I
there's a
love
lot.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, there's Dragon Ball Z, the Budokai games, and Budokai Tenkaichi. Those have been out since PlayStation 2 and 3, I guess.
Okay, so now that we're talking about Dragon Ball Z, all right. So I know your gamer tag is Majin from Dragon Ball Z, which is Majin Buu. But tell us a
Hmm.
little bit about your gamer tag. Why Ed Boy? Why did you choose Majin Ed Boy?
So, when I think about it in my mind, I'm thinking Ed, from Ed, Edd n Eddy, the
From
old
Ed, Ed, and
cartoon that,
Eddie,
yep, that everybody grew up watching.
the cartoon, yeah.
And he's the one with the green jacket. And I'm thinking of him marginalized, kind of like Majin Vegeta, but he's a cartoon character. So he's like really unpredictable, and just giving him a bunch of power would kind of be crazy. Kind of reminds me of like the Mask.
So you'd say it's a combination between Majin Buu and Ed and Eddie. The you said which Ed was which one? Which Ed was it?
The one with the green
The one
jacket.
with the green jacket.
Hmm.
So it's a combination of Dragon Ball Z and Ed and Eddie because I know you were a big fan of both. Uh, one is anime and one is a cartoon,
Yep.
and it became Majin Ed Boy,
Oh
and now
yeah.
we have Majin Ed Boy being a streamer at what? How long have you been streaming for?
I've been streaming on Facebook for about a year.
About a year. So, who inspired you to be a streamer?
Mm, Probably Rocky No Hands or
Shout out to Rocky No Hands.
Peppers or Disabled Gamer.
Yo, DG. Shout out to DG. Y'all should check them out, guys. Disabled Gamer and Rocky No Hands. They're both disabled
Uh,
gamers. Big shout out to those guys. So those guys inspired you. Yo, what about Puff Puff? Did Puff Puff inspire you?
I actually didn't even know about you
Oh,
until after I started.
oh
I
really?
found you really early on.
Well, the good thing that you found me.
Yeah,
So
I wasn't
that's what
even.
matters. Yo,
I
shout out to
wasn't even
Puff
at.
Puff.
Yeah,
And
I
I
wasn't
wonder
even
who
at
that dude
100
is.
followers yet.
Sorry, what you say, Margin?
I wasn't even at 100 followers yet before I found you.
So you'd say that I got you 4 followers?
No, it definitely helped, but
Oh no.
I was
It's
just a really
because you're a
small streamer.
sweaty. You are a sweaty ass player.
I'm alright.
You're
I get
alright.
lucky sometimes.
You like it sometimes.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's great that Rocky and DG inspired you to be streamers because honestly, uh, Rocky No Hands is the one that inspired me to be a streamer. So I guess we could
Yeah.
relate. We could
Oh yeah.
relate to that. So imagine, I know you mentioned a few times that you use some type of how can you call it, an accessibility hub to play video games. So how does that work? Or how
So
how
it's
how can you get it, or where did you get it?
called the Accessibility Hub, and it's sold by Microsoft. It's really affordable actually,
So it's
and
called it's called what, the accessibility hub.
yep.
So people won't get confused. It has nothing to do with the accessibility adapter for Xbox.
Nope.
It's
It's
just
completely different.
it's by
It's just
Microsoft.
yep. It's just a little like 3 inch by 1 inch uh little block that you have different profiles with, and you can plug in like I think it's like 8 different switches,
Which
and
is
you can get switches that are like really easy to push. Um, some that are like really soft, some that
okay.
are uh multi-directional. Um, it's a whole bunch of options.
So it's a accessibility hub that you can connect different switches. And
Hmm.
how do you map it to the? It's mappable to the keybinds or to the controller, or how does it work? How do you make it? Yeah, how do you make it work?
Yeah, it remaps to keys on a keyboard.
Okay.
So you can set up just whatever you want into any video game you want, and you can even use it alongside a controller, so it doesn't like cut off the connection to the controller.
So it works combined. Well, they work together. You can
Yep,
make it work together. You can use the switches and the controller at the same times.
yep.
So where do you have your switches at?
I have one underneath each foot.
So they're foot pedals.
Hmm. Yep. In Call of Duty, I have it set to um, one is jump and one is crouch and slide, and then uh, if I buy more, I can set them to whatever.
How many switches can you connect to it?
I think it's 8.
8. Yeah, that sounds good. I mean, that could really help out a lot of people, you know.
Oh yeah.
I
And
myself,
you can also set up macros too. And macros are like it's like say in a fighting game or something.
okay.
If there's a move that you can't really do, you can push one button and it'll just do that move for you.
So it could, but can it do like a combination of two
Yep.
buttons? Like, let's say, for example, in Warzone, you have to use, I think left trigger and right trigger sometimes. Can you map it
Yep.
to?
Yep.
Okay, sounds like
Yeah,
a
it's
really a nice device. And how much is that device?
$60.
60 bucks, guys. Guys, if you're watching and y'all know somebody that's disabled and can't really use all the buttons in a controller, y'all should consider getting the accessibility hub so y'all can use switches together. Now the
Oh
question
yes.
is, it only works for PC, right?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
You're pretty sure.
Because
Yeah, but
I don't think you're able to save profiles because
you did
it
it
only
PC.
works on a keyboard.
Oh, with a keyboard, okay. Yeah, but I guess if people want to use something similar, they could just use the Xbox Accessibility Hub or however it's called. Yeah,
On the Xbox, it's the adaptive controller.
yeah, the adaptive controller. Yeah, you could use that or
That works very
console. Yeah,
similar.
it works very similar to the Accessibility Hub. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, guys, if y'all know somebody that might need it, yeah, check it out. They're both on but on Microsoft website, right?
Yep.
I think both of them are sold there too, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Xbox and the other one. Okay. I mean, you know, one thing would also really help is if for some reason, Microsoft would make quad sticks. Now that would be perfect.
Yeah.
Because I mean, besides the quad stick and the accessibility hub and the Xbox One, there's really not much other controllers that would help other disabled gamers.
Yeah. The only other thing that
There is
I do
adaptive
that,
controllers.
yeah, the only thing that I do that helps me a lot is I have a battle beaver and I had them remove the rumble pack, so it's a lot lighter. So you can like a stuff or a battle beaver or like
So it makes the
aim
controller
controller.
it makes the
Makes
controller what less heavy.
yeah way lighter.
So even the joysticks and all that,
The joysticks are the same,
it's just the weight on the
but
controller.
yep. And then
Honest,
there's also other customizable
yeah, because
options, obviously, but
when I was able to use my hands back then, with before my fingers were contracted, I was able to grip the controller, but it would feel so heavy to me. So if
oh
I
yeah,
would have had one of those controllers you're telling me about, maybe, I would have been able to play with my hands much longer.
oh yeah, probably.
Because how old are you, Martin? Said?
I'm 27.
Okay, he's 27. When I was 27, I couldn't game. Took me about maybe what 7 years to be able to game again.
Yes.
So imagine not being able to play video games. I mean, for me, well, for both of us, we wouldn't really have nothing else to do besides
Oh
watch
yeah,
TV.
Yeah,
You
I'd
know,
be a
and
movie buff.
yeah, that what many people don't understand. They might say that playing games and being a streamer is not the best thing ever, but honestly, for us, it is the best thing that has ever happened.
Oh yeah. It gives me
Just
something to do,
yeah, and
something to work towards,
you meet
goals.
new people,
Yeah.
and also you have people actually watching you, and being disabled and being a streamer. It's a lot of work, guys, and to have people watching you and supporting you, that is the best feeling ever.
Oh yeah.
That is one thing about you know being streaming. It's a really beautiful feeling. All right, Majid. So to wrap this up, what advice or is there anything that you want to recommend other disabled gamers out there?
I would say for like if you have a tight budget, I would say just try and get like either the adaptive hub if you're already on PC. If you're not on PC, I would definitely get the Xbox adaptive controller. But since I've been gaming, the best thing I've ever done is switch to PC. Just because there's so many accessibility options on PC that just makes gaming 10 times easier and like
Yeah,
seamless.
that's very true. That is so true because and if even you're disabled and still able to use a controller, I mean, you can still use a controller with PC. I know, like Martin said, it is a bit more expensive, but it's really worth it, guys. Because when I got my quad stick, honestly, it was very expensive, and I was very scared because I thought that I wasn't gonna be able to use it. But look at me now, just gave it with my mouth. But yeah, I should really listen to what Martin is saying because PCs really makes it way easier for disabled gamers because there's so many options, guys. So many options
Alright.
out there that it could really help any other, disabled gamers. Yeah, even if you're not a disabled gamer, just anybody, a PC is honestly the way to go. And it's
Oh
way
yeah.
better. Graphics are better, and yeah, there's more settings. And you do get kind of frustrated, but it's really worth it, guys. It's really worth it. So, well, Majid, it's an honor to have you on the first episode of Late Night with Puff. It has been
Yeah,
so
man.
awesome talking to you, bro. Keep on gaming. Don't let nobody tell you you can't do nothing. Don't give up. Stay positive. And we're gonna stay gaming, bro.
Oh yeah. Always. Thanks
All
for
right.
having me, man.
Yes,
It was
sir.
fun.
All right, guys. Well, time to say goodbye. Until next time, guys. Peace.